Hello Eternum and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news, and this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the syndicate forces of Soju Gang resecure the forward observation post of Mourningdale, and the forces of Most Wanted, empowered by their faith in the spark, rapidly capture the master fishing port town of Reekwater. We caught up with Most Wanted leadership to discuss the fight and their intentions for the hamlet.
It was a bit of a thrill ward, but you know what? We still celebrated like it was a hard win.
Indeed. Did they all 50 show up, or was it not filled entirely?
I wouldn't say quite 50, but
What about you two? Will you be taking care of the infrastructure of this hamlet and possibly the bridge behind me? I've been hearing complaints about its workmanship not being up to par, and that's why it's collapsed twice in the last year.
I think the bridge might have to wait, John. First thing, these boys, they like to party, so right away, there's going to be parties happening left and right. We chicks everywhere. Drinks on the house. Man, Boba. He's going to take care of everyone. And then after all that, I don't know, we'll fix the bridge. It turns out they drink just as much as we do. Just like good old times, eh, John?
Moments later, Mourningdale was secured by the forces of Soju Gang. KOTT spoke with a company representative about the fight. Congratulations on your victory here in Mourningdale, successfully overcoming the forces of Tropical House. Would you care to take us through it?
Yeah, so this was a war that we were really anticipating. We've got some new recruits in there. We're trying to stack up our army, prepare for the merc changes, and all respect to Tropex. We love those guys. It was a fun war, and our guys showed up.
Indeed. Anybody on your team whose efforts you might want to highlight today?
Yeah, King Rav. He wasn't there on the battlefield, but he was there in spirit. We love and miss him.
Well, are you at liberty to tell us what your plans are for the hamlet now that you're in charge here?
We're actually going to erect a statue of King Rav in the middle of Mourningdale, so his loyal servants can him every morning.
Turning again to the weather, and once more the sun cruises across the Eternum sky, keeping corruption at bay. But once more, multiple corruption invasion forces will come out after dark to invade up to 30% of the island. Yet another submission for simulated fantasy combat resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it is cardboard. Tonight, the Covenant forces of Sugar and Spice assault the Marauders of Berry Dodgers for Crown and Kingdom of the Western Monarch's Bluff. Sugar and Spice continue to mix it up, testing the mettle of each great house individually in turn. But will tonight be the night that they finally break through? After last night's outcomes, Berry Dodgers become the second longest tenured great house currently holding a region. Will they continue fighting to continue pressing on? Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.